I'm calling from Addison, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So I wanted to tell you, I've been wanting to talk to somebody about this, but I have a really unique perspective on things here in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
I've been working as an election clerk since the 2020 election,
Mm-hmm.
and I just worked 12 early voting days, not, almost 12 hours a day.
Yep.
And some of the things that I wanted to kind of fill you in on some of my observations. One of them is the first week that we had early voting, we had the people that came in with the MAGA shirts.
Which is
and
illegal, right?
Them they have, right, and you ask them, you have to either take it off or turn it inside out. They get all pissed off. And this one guy he says, "Oh, this is the name of my company." Yeah, right. He wanted to know who to call. I said, well, call the Dallas County Elections Department.
So stupid.
They would come in with their hats. They would test us. I even had a lady, when I was checking her in, she had her phone around her neck, and I could see my image, myself in the screen of her phone that she was filming me. And I said, you have to turn that phone off. There's no phones allowed in here. And so, they get all bent out of shape. But
why is it? Can I ask you a question? Sorry to interrupt, but why is it that it's always the MAGA people, right? You're not seeing across the country viral videos of people wearing Walt's Kamala shirts that are getting into physical altercations with people like you. Why is it always the MAGA people wearing the hats and the shirts that cause the issues here? I find that interesting. Why do you think that is?
I mean, it's like they want to give you the middle finger every time. It's just, that's the way they are. I did have two women come in with Kamala Harris shirts on, ask them if they would go and reverse them. No problem.
They were pleasant.
I didn't know.
Right, they were pleasant.
Yes,
honest mistake. My apologies.
Pleasant.
Right. And then the MAGA people get all aggressive with you. It's so despicable. And these people, listen, it's one thing if you don't know the rules. That's okay. I think that's no problem. But that's not what bothers me. Chris, what bothers me with people like Rona tell me that they get rude. I want to know who your boss is. Like they don't even understand that those are the rules. And yet these are the same people that say the Democrats are cheating. They're the ones that are, doing the shenanigans and all this other stuff, when it's these dopey MAGA Republicans that have absolutely no idea what they're talking about.
Well, it's like my experience here when I went to go drop my ballot off over at Desert Breeze, and I was hounded, not by someone telling me to vote for Kamala,
right,
by multiple people yelling and screaming at me because somehow they deterred that I was not voting for Donald Trump. But first off, I know I have some former teachers that work as poll workers. One very, very close to me who is a poll worker in Virginia. My best friend's parents, they volunteer in Tucson.
Yeah.
It's a thankless job, which is why every time I vote or I drop my ballot off, I make sure I thank. They're not getting paid to do that.
And with thank her, Rona, by the way.
Thank you, Rona,
yes.
for basically putting up with the abuse.
We do get paid. In Dallas County, we do get paid.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, regardless.
$18.24 an hour, and then we get overtime.
Good.
I worked 90 hours last week.
Wow.
Well, regardless of whether you get paid or not, thank you for what you do. You shouldn't have to put up with harassment. You shouldn't have to put up with these MAGA right-wing buffoons that are causing you grief because they don't want to turn their shirt inside out. By the way, I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't want to see a lot of these MAGA buffoons take their shirt off and put it inside out because a lot of them look like Donald Trump. But anyway, Rona, thank you for the phone call, and thank you for what you do. You earned every dollar of that, and I appreciate you telling your story.
Yeah,
thank you.
If Trump and Elon have their way, you won't get paid overtime.
That's true. You're right about that. 702-221-17